Hey everyone, Cole here with Entity Marketing. Just wanted to show you how to quickly create an ad schedule in Google Ads using Google Ads Editor. This is significantly easier than using the ads interface, so it should save you a ton of time. And I'm going to show you how to set bid adjustments so that you're paying less during non-peak hours. So I'm in Ads Editor. I've highlighted all of the campaigns that I'm building and then go into the campaigns section of Google Ads Editor and click Edit next to Ad Schedule. So first thing, since we do B2B, it's important to bid lower during the night, right? Because most people aren't making high intent B2B business decisions during, at 1 a.m. or even at 9 p.m., although you do get some conversions during those periods. What I like to do is when I launch campaigns, start with manual CPC and then bid adjust minus 20% during the night. So 8 to 12 a.m. and 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. are downbid 20%. The other thing you'll need to do is downbid even more on the weekends. You can get some conversions on Saturday and Sunday for B2B. I've seen it happen before. Sundays are actually quite strong for B2B in some verticals, but you do want to ensure that you're not bidding significantly higher on the weekends because your conversion rates are probably going to be lower. So to adjust your schedule, and I've already done this on the weekdays, so I'll show you how to do it for the weekends. You'll add a time block and then double click on the time block, check off all of the campaigns that you have highlighted. You can do this for 4 campaigns at a time, and then select your start time and your end time for the segment that you want to use. I believe you can use 6 segments tops, might be 5. I would need to test. Set the end time for the segment that you're creating, and then add your bid adjustment here. So since we did minus 20 on the weekdays, we'll do minus 30 on the weekends. And we've selected the weekends by clicking weekends here. If you want to select weekdays, you can click weekdays. Okay, perfect. And it looks like I am doing 6, so I need to adjust. Cool thing about the ads editor interface is you can do that easily by just clicking that range and then moving them all up at once to the correct end time. Do that again for 6 to 8 and go minus 20. Okay, 8 to 11, minus 20. Weekend, select all campaigns. Okay, and then 11 to 2. I like to segment these out into like morning during working hours or typical working hours, lunchtime, and then evening dinner hours, evening around the time people usually go to sleep, and finally in the middle of the night. So this is the period I like to think about it as the time people would be getting back to their desk from lunch for work. And this is dinner time. We'll go minus 30 now because we're doing 5 to 8 in the evening. So lower intent. And then finally, bedtime. Go minus 30 again. Perfect. Let's see if this works. We've got a bunch of changes gone here, so it might not work. Okay. Well, this is going to take a moment to load. That is how you create a schedule in Google Ads. Now I'll quickly show you how to audit your schedule and optimize for the best times. Right, so I'm in an ads account right now. We'll do all time performance And why don't we look at perhaps search campaigns? Sweet. If you go to hour and choose cost per conversion, here you're able to see what hours of the day have the highest cost per conversion historically. What I like to do is just take a quick screenshot of this chart so that we have that on hand for later. Take a look at the days as well. Shockingly, Sundays are pretty strong for us apparently. Yeah, not a whole lot to glean here. I mean, we're not going to exclude Wednesday, so probably leave the days of the week alone. But we can see there are a couple of like really high cost per conversion hour ranges here, 4 to 5 and 5 to 6, namely, and also 1 to 2. Let's quickly just see how many conversions or how much has been spent during those times, rather. Okay, so we spent about $1,000 and then an extra $1,200 and $2,000 during 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. So we'll definitely want to exclude those from our campaigns. Let me just have a look. Okay, yeah, so I did add too many initial time breaks. So what we'll have to do then is change our schedule slightly. Probably have to delete all of these 6 to 8 periods so that we have less time blocks. There's a maximum that you can have. So to change these, you'll just highlight them all, click delete. Looks like I missed one. And then you'll just do the same thing with the other time ranges and move everything up an hour. Do the same thing for the 8 to 11 range. And while I'm highlighting all of these, I'll just add, since we saw, and it was a different account, so I won't make the optimizations that were based on the data we looked at earlier in the overview area of Google Ads. But if we were going to do that, what you would do is just tweak the targeting within the schedule interface. Let me just save that and then we'll go back in. So that you're not targeting those high cost per conversion periods. So one of them was 4 to 6 a.m. If you wanted to optimize so you're no longer spending on that period, you could push this range down to 6. Yeah, might as well just do it just to show you. Done. Okay. And then this 12 to 7 range, we would move down to 4. So now you have that 2-hour block that was underperforming excluded from your campaigns. So you're not going to pay significantly higher cost per conversions during lower performing hours. If you wanted to also exclude that hour block between 1 and 2 a.m., you could. That might be a little bit tricky with the rest of your adjustments. You probably have to consolidate these two time frames so that you could create a time block from 12 to 1, because that historically has been pretty strong, and then a time block from 2 to 5, so that you're only bidding during 12 to 1, 2 to 4, and then restarting your schedule at 6 so that you can spend through the rest of the day. Yep. Really important optimization to check. I like to check this at least once a month, and I've found it can be one of the most impactful changes you make to an ad account, especially ones with a lot of data like the account I was just looking at. You'll want to check performance on display and discovery or in demand generation campaigns separately. Very important, because display and demand generation campaigns get served regardless of search intent. So the time of day that you're showing those ads to people matters even more, right? Because they're browsing other things and you're interrupting their flow. I often, especially with display, since quality issues, since you can have quality issues on that campaign type, I often exclude the middle of the night from those campaigns and the weekends by default. Definitely want to at least get these bid adjustments in there though. Cool. So that is how to create a schedule and adjust your bids during different scheduling blocks. Okay, I've got a separate audience issue here, but the schedule went through, so we're good to go there. And how to optimize your schedule. If you have any questions about scheduling in Google Ads, please leave a comment on the video. And if you found this video useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.